kindergarten class, and welcome to music time. Today we're going to learn about putting the names of the notes with the notes. We have in both the treble and the bass clef two very long, Nate, I think that'd be a good question for you. Those are called what? When the notes move by step? That's right, good job. They're scales. So we have a scale in both the treble and the bass clef. And you will see that by each note is the name, the letter name of that note. So here we have the musical alphabet. And we notice right away that unlike the regular alphabet that goes from A to Z, the musical alphabet goes from A to G. And once we reach G, then we move back to A. So it's much shorter, only A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we have the same alphabet in the bass clef, except the lines and spaces have different notes in the treble clef and the bass clef, okay? So, Isaac, if we look at this note, we know that that is which note? It's middle C, very good, good job. And middle C is where we generally start our treble clef. After C we have D, but then we have the first line, and on that line we have E. The next note in the space is F. The next line is G, space A, line B, space C, line D, space E, line F, okay? So Sebastian, if we look at all of the notes that are on the lines, we have E, good, G, B, D, and F. So we have E, G, B, D, and F. And Greta, if we look at the notes that fall in the spaces, and I think you're going to like this one, we have F, A, C, E. And that spells the word face. So all of the spaces in the treble clef, F, A, C, E, spell the word face. Now we've also have a note that goes above the top line, which is G, and then the note below the bottom line, D, and then our middle C. So let's say together this scale in the treble clef. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Very good. Now, Jacoby, if I was going to say we're going to use this E, and I would like to have the next note be not a step, but a skip, which note do you think we could use? Very good. We could use a G, we could use an A, okay? If we were going to move by step, Bradley, we would go from E to F. Excellent. Okay? So we can see how now that we won't just say this note is moving by leap, but we give that note a name. The E will now leap up to G. So we will start using this alphabet to help determine which notes are where on our staff in the treble clef. Now, Bennett, let's say that I want my E to leap the full octave. Oh, there's that word, 8. So that means that this E is going to leap all the way up to, you're correct, this E. Then we will leap up the octave. Okay, very good. Alexis, we've been talking a lot about the treble clef. Let's now move into the bass clef. Please say with me all the notes that are on the lines. We have G, B, D, F, and A. Alex, is this G higher or lower than this D? Very good. It is lower because it is lower on the staff. In fact, it's on the very bottom line. So let's say together all of the notes in the bass clef, starting with the first note below the line, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay? Which note of all of the notes in our bass clef is the highest note? Correct. Ellis, good job. It is the C. And we know that because we're going up the scale, and this note is the highest note. Okay? Now, if we know that we have G, B, D, F, and A on the lines, which notes are in the spaces? We have A, C, E, and G. Okay? And once again, in the bass clef, the first line, the bottom line is a G. In the treble clef, the bottom line is an E. So these are all of the names that go with the notes. And we know that the musical alphabet goes from A to G and then back to A. It does the same thing in the bass clef as well. We go to G, and then we go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So thankfully there aren't 26 notes, because then we would use all of the regular alphabet too, but that would just be a lot of notes and it would make it very difficult. So today we have treble clef, bass clef, 2 ascending scales, and all together now, what type of note? That's correct. That is a ta quarter note. Every note is the same. We have how many beats per measure? Count, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we know that we're moving into a new measure because we have the bar line. Very good. We have 4 more beats. We have another bar line. We have 4 beats, and we have the, that's right, Jacoby, the finish line, the double bar line. Okay? So we have 3 measures, each with 4 beats. And we have the names of all of our notes. In the treble clef, from middle C to the G on the top of the staff, and in the bass clef, from the F below the first line back to middle C. It's a lot to go over in a very short period of time. But thank you very much. I would like for you to review this lesson a time or two, if you don't mind, just so that we get all of the names of the notes, and then we can talk about the G moving by step to the A in the bass clef, and the D moving by skip to the F, so that we start putting the names of the notes with the specific notes. Look forward to seeing you again next week. Once again, we rejoice in the resurrection of Christ. Now that we are in the season of Easter, Christ the Lord is risen. He is risen indeed. Alleluia. God be with you until we meet again, and have a great day.